Well, welcome everyone. We are going to be looking at Prayer Book Hebrew the Easy Way. This video is directed toward my students locally here, and it is going to be used to review some of the material that we cover locally. So chapter 1, we have the noun sentence. Every language has its own way of saying things. As you begin to study Hebrew, you need to be aware that it is different from English in many ways. It is not enough to be able to translate individual words from Hebrew into English. You must also understand how these words are arranged in sentences. A sentence that makes sense in Hebrew may not make sense when translated literally into English. This book will teach you both the English meanings of individual Hebrew words and the ways the Hebrew words are arranged to make proper Hebrew sentences. This book will show time after time how the same thought is expressed one way in Hebrew and a different way in English. When you begin using this book, you should already be able to read simple Hebrew words. If you cannot read simple Hebrew words, or if you can only read with great difficulty, you will need to learn or review the Hebrew alphabet and vowels before you begin this book. So if you're watching this video and you're one of my local students, you should have memorized all 31 forms. That's 26 consonants, the 2 twin letters, and the 5 final forms of the letters, and be able to recite them on a flashcard. If a flashcard is flashed for you, you should be able to say right away what that is. If you have been able to accomplish that, then you're ready for this next step. Okay, so let's look at page 2, and I'm going to get my, okay, so in our vocabulary, we have Av for father. Echad means one. Ani means I. Ata means you. The word who means he or it. Okay, and I'm transliterating these for you. Okay, so you know how I'm pronouncing them. Ze. Okay, means this. Yisrael means Israel. Melech, M-E-L-E-C-H. Melech means king. Okay. We have Moshe, proper noun, proper name. Means nation or people, depending on what's being talked about in the sentence. Okay, so let's move down here to what they have to say. In this chapter, we will introduce no more than 10 new vocabulary words. These words need to be learned, the noun sentence. In this chapter, you will learn about the simplest type of sentence in Hebrew, the noun sentence. The noun sentence is a very good example of how Hebrew and English are different. Look at the following simple English sentences. Okay, so this makes sense. You are a king. I am a father. Moses is a king. So those are simple English noun sentences. In English, each of these sentences is 3 or 4 words long. In Hebrew, each of these sentences would use only 2 words. Remember that Hebrew sentences are read from right to left. Okay, so to say you are a king, to say this, in Hebrew, you simply write Ata Melech. Ata Melech. Literally, this is saying you, king. If you want to say I am a father in Hebrew, you simply say ani av, I, father. That's how it translates literally. If you want to say Moses is a king in Hebrew, you say Moshe melech, Moses, king. Okay? So in Hebrew, there's only 2 words required to make a complete sentence, a simple noun sentence. But in English, it requires some more than that. Unless it's something like Yeshua wept. Have you ever seen that in the Bible? All right, so these are complete Hebrew sentences. As you can see, they contain no word for is, am, or are. These words do not exist in Hebrew and must be added in an English translation. You will also notice that the word a does not appear in the Hebrew sentences. In Hebrew, there's no word for a or an. These words, too, must be added in an English translation. Okay, so you notice where it says ata av, you father. In English, you're adding these here. You are a father. Ani melech, I king. In English, you are adding I am a king. Okay, but it's more simple in Hebrew. Yisrael, Israel is a people in proper English. Ze Moshe, this Moses, we would add is in that sentence to make it proper in English. This is Moses. Okay, so this is all you need to know to be able to form simple Hebrew sentences. Many of the sentences in your prayer book are noun sentences. Okay, so let's look at our exercises here. And when I give these exercises to you in class, this can be used as a guide to make sure that you have gotten them right, and but also to refresh your memory. So what we're doing here is we're translating these Hebrew noun sentences into English. So what we have here is Ani Moshe. Ani is I. Moshe is Moses. So to make that complete English, I am Moses. Number 2, Ata Melech. Ata means you. Melech means king. In proper English, you are a king. Number 3, Hu Av. Hu means he in Hebrew. Av means father. He is a father. Okay, number 4, Ze Am. This nation. In proper English, this is a nation. Number 5, Hu Echad. Hu Echad. So we know who is he in English, and Echad is one. And so he is one. Okay, he is one. Number 6, Yisrael Am. Okay, so we have Israel, nation. Israel, nation. Israel is a nation. Okay, so let's try over here. Number 7, Moshe Melech. Moses, king. Moses is a king. Number 8, Ani Av. I, father. I am a father. Number 9, Ze Yisrael. This Israel. This is Israel. Number 10, Hu Melech. He king. In proper English, he is a king. Number 11, Ze Moshe. This Moses. This is Moses. Okay. Finally, number 12, Ata Av. You, Father. You are a father. Okay. So that is how your exercises should look for exercise number 1. And let's see, that's page 4. Okay, so now let's go down to exercise number 2, this one here. We're going to translate these English noun sentences into Hebrew. So we're going to do it the reverse. So we have number 1, you are a father. Well, we know in Hebrew we're not going to see this word, a or are. So we need to focus on father and you. So you, father. You, father. Okay? So to make you, we use the word atah. Aleph, patach, tav, kametz, hey. Atah, and now we need the word for father, and I'm going to have to put it below this here. Aleph, kametz, vet. Atah av. That is number 1. Atah av. Okay. Now, number 2. This is a people. So we know this one is not in Hebrew. That's not in Hebrew, but we need to focus on this and people. So this we know is the Hebrew word zeh, right? Zeh. And let me direct your attention up here to this one here. There it is. That one matches up. Zeh, that's how that should look. This is a people. Remember that means nation or people. It's interchangeable. Okay, number 3. I am a king. So we don't have to worry about that. We need to worry about this one. I and king. So we know that I is ani. King is melech. Melech. Okay? So let's write this out. I don't see it up there. We'll write it out. And we have a reduced patach, nun, hirik, yod, ani, and then the word melech. Mem, segol, lamed, segol, chaf sofit. Ani, melech. Okay? I am a king. Okay, so number 4, Israel is a nation. Okay, so we know we don't have to worry about this or this. We need to worry about Israel, nation. So Israel, nation. Okay, so this one's a little easier for us to do because here it is right here. Number 6 on the previous exercise. Israel, nation. Israel is a nation. Okay, number 5. This is Moses. Okay, so we need to worry about this and Moses. This is Zeh in Hebrew, right? And Moses is Moshe. So I'm going to do it over here. Let's write Zeh. We have a Zayin, segol, hey, we get ze, this. Now we need the word Moses in Hebrew, and that is Moshe. So we use a mem. We have a holem and superlinear dot all in one pointing. Mo, and we have a hey. Ze, Moshe. That's how number 5 should look. Okay. Let's go to this one. Moses is a king. Okay, so we don't need that. We need to focus on Moses and king. And it looks like there is one up here that's already written for us. There it is, Moshe Melech. Okay, see that? Moshe Melech. There it is in Hebrew. Okay, how about this one? A nation is one. So we don't worry about this. We don't worry about this. We focus on nation and one. So echad. Echad. So no, we know that nation is So let's start out with an ayin, a patach, a mem sofit, and now we need the word echad, which starts out with an aleph, a segol, a chet, kametz, dalet. So echad, a nation is one. That's how that should look in Hebrew. All right, I am he. So, okay, we can get rid of that, and we need to focus on I and the word he. So we know that I is the Hebrew word ani. Okay, so we use a reduced batach, a noon, hirik, yod combination. We get ani. And now we need the Hebrew word for he, which is this one here, who. Okay. We've got a hey, a shurik, and an aleph. So we have ani, who. Remember, in Hebrew, we are reading from right to left, unlike English, which is the reverse of that. All right. Let's continue down. Say, in this case, we're going to fill in the blanks. Okay? And let's see what we have here. Number 1, we have ani something. How about if we were to say Moshe? I am Moses. We have a mem, sigol. Oh, how about we'll do I am a king. I am a king. We'll do that. Melech. All right, I am a king. Okay. Number 2, blank So we know means nation or people. Let's put the only one that seems to work is Yisrael. So okay. Okay, Yisrael Israel is a people. Okay, number 3. The word who means he. So he is what? How about we could say that he is a father? Comments. Who of? He is a father. Number 4. We have blank of. Why don't we put Moshe in there? Moses is a father. Okay. Okay, and we have a sheen, segol, and a hey. Moshe. Ata blank. So you something. We could put you are he and put the Hebrew word who in there. Ata who, you are he. Okay. By the way, there's no one correct answer. There's some of these are interchangeable. Okay, so just do the best you can when you write them in. Be creative, and as long as it makes sense, it'll be good. Ze, this something, this something. Okay. Let's say this. Let's not do that. Let's see. How about let's put Moshe in there? We'll do that. This is Moses. Okay. There we go. Ze Moshe. This is Moses. Okay. All right. Okay, so see how many chapter 1 vocabulary words you can find in your prayer book. Okay, very good. So let's look now at our example. This is our example for the prayer that they're giving us. It's called the Shema. So we have this Shema Yisrael. And remember, we're using the name for this, so I'm going to use Yehovah. Eloheinu, Eloheinu, can transliterate it that way. This right here, this abbreviation, we'll put Yehovah, and then the word Echad. Okay, so I'm writing these out, transliterating these for you so that you can see when I'm pronouncing them, you can see how they're spelled out. This should be an A, Shema. Okay, so, and then it goes like this. Shema Yisrael, Yahovah Eloheinu, Yahovah Echad. Okay, so we have Shema here, could be mean listen or obey. Yisrael is Israel. Yehovah, remember that they don't write the name in this book, but we use it. Yehovah. Eloheinu is our God. Yehovah is our God. Yehovah, this is our God, Eloheinu. Yehovah is one. Okay? So the Shema is the most well-known prayer. And the Jews and the Messianics use it many times in their services. It's also a good example of a Hebrew noun sentence. Notice the last two words of the Shema. These words form a noun sentence. They're translated. Now remember, they're using titles. The Lord is one, but we did it as Yehovah is one. Notice the third and fourth words. These words could be translated as a noun sentence. The Lord is our God. Well, we use Yehovah is our God, or as a phrase, the Lord our God, or Yehovah our God. That's how we did it. Both are correct. This prayer shows how a Hebrew sentence or phrase can be translated into English in more than one way. Okay, so here are a couple of the citations here from different prayer books and how they have translated that. And that is how it looks in Hebrew in a prayer book. Okay, now, if you saw the actual name, okay, it would look like this. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey, okay? In other words, a lot of Messianic ones, they don't like the fact the name is hidden. So they use Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey in Hebrew. Okay? Shema Yisrael, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad. Okay. All right. I hope that this class has been informative for all of you, and I look forward to meeting with all of you shortly at our next class. Now, before I go, let me pull up the website where you can get these materials. Let's see if I can get that to come up for you here. Okay. All right. So what you will do is you will open up Google, okay, and go up to your dialog box. That's your dialog box right there. Put in www.ekspublishing.com. Okay, and look at all of these materials that are available for people to learn Hebrew. And what we're using right now is Prayerbook Hebrew. And so we're using this book here, Prayerbook Hebrew, the easy way. There's flashcards. Looks like they've got an iPhone app. You got some CDs here. Got your dictionary, beginner's dictionary. That's all that's all of the vocabulary words in the dictionary. Here's some magnetic words so that you can learn that way. There's a couple comic books even. Isn't that something that uses Prayerbook Hebrew? Top 100 Hebrew flash words, essential prayer word, Og in Jerusalem, and that's another comic book, and handy Hebrew grammar charts. So all of those are very, very useful, and I would encourage you to get those materials. So thank you again, and hopefully we will see you all next time. Shalom, shalom.